Well, hey everybody, it's your good buddy 650 here. Welcome back to the channel. In today's episode of the new bike build series, season 11, Zak the Master Mechanic is going to install some fantastic parts onto our 2023 BMW S1000RR. This is going to help the bike stay cool at high speeds, and it also is going to improve the appearance of the sick savage of a machine. This is leading up to us offering the beautiful red 2023 S1000RR to one of you outstanding people for viewing the video. Information on how you can win the motorcycle is always the first link in the description of my videos. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, and for returning subscribers, tap that bell, and you'll get notified when new content is uploaded. The winner for the HPX was randomly selected last week, and Vince Ciccio is going to receive this machine very shortly. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to deliver it to him in New Jersey on Saturday, April 15th. More information is coming on that because you guys could meet up with us and see Vince's reaction when he takes possession of his motorcycle. But for right now, it is all about the 2023 revised S1000RR and all of the cool things that Zak the Master Mechanic is going to do to this beast today. One thing I noticed is that the BMW LED marker on the headlight is now quite visible. On the older bike, you really had to look hard to notice it was there. See that? That's one of the changes. And now the winglets are totally different. You don't have that front clip on the front as you do on the new machine, which I think looks great. I think it kind of resembles the winglets now on the Aprilia. An RSV4 factory. Look at that. Sort of like flying saucer winglets is what they're doing to these bikes. While we're in here, we can take a look at the R1250 GS Adventure and my Hayabusa, which is going to be coming back to life here real soon on the channel. A couple finishing touches, we're going to do that. We got our electric bikes for the kids. 2 Panigale back there, the original BMW HP4, and our good buddy Steve, the basketball referee's S1000, and one of the original 2015 Yamaha R1Ms. But hey guys, we're not here to talk about those bikes today. We're here to see what Zak the Master Mechanic is going to fit onto this machine.
What's up? Today we're going to play with lasers.
Nice.
No, what's going on? We got the 2023 S1000 back on the bench for the next bike build series.
Yes,
bike
season 11.
Season 11, not bike 11, season 11, good call. And we got a couple cool parts to put on today. We got the red Samco hoses with the clamp kit.
Nice.
Moto Million, of course, and Performance Technologies inline cooler.
Oh yeah.
Red in color also.
Yes.
And we got our good trusty engine ice.
Yes.
That's safe for use at most racetracks and still has freeze protection down to like -7. So
okay.
Usually pretty good for most climates.
Yes.
Does it help the engine run cooler? We can't really prove that. We're gonna try to give that a little bit of a shot today. We got cold weather outside, but not too bad. It's probably 50.
Yes.
It's a cold 50, but that'll actually help work in our favor too. That we need the bike to cool down. So what I'm gonna do is leave it in stock trim with the factory coolant in it. And my little laser thing here is actually a infrared thermometer.
Okay.
So it reads temperature. The laser is just letting you know what you point at. Yeah. It reads the temperature by it bouncing back. Okay. It's pretty accurate, especially in this type situation. And anytime you point it at something that's not shiny, it's more accurate. So we got the radiator hoses. So this is actually gonna be real accurate with the stock hose on this black hose. So right now I check it, it's 59.5 degrees. Our ambient temp in here is 72, but that came from the trailer.
Yes.
So plausible. So what we're gonna check is this hose here, and this is where that cooler is gonna be.
Yes.
I think there's enough hose that we can check it though before and after the cooler too. So we'll check right here, and then I wanna check this bottom hose is the other radiator hose. We'll check it like in that spot and this spot, so it's saying the same 58.
Okay.
And we're gonna check our radiator up front on the right side and the left side, just either way, it's got 59. And 59.5.
Okay.
So what I'm gonna do is start it. We'll let the bike idle outside for, I don't know, let's say, or we'll do a temperature. We'll let it get up to 150.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna take off and ride it 8 to 10 miles.
Yep.
And then come back. Maybe we'll let it sit for another minute.
Yeah.
And then we'll see what the temp says on the motorcycle on the dash, and we'll check our hoses with this. And then after we put the Samco stuff on in the cooler, we'll see if there's a difference.
Okay. So I hear Zak is back. We will see what the temperature is of this machine. And then he will gauge it with his infrared laser device. $198 degrees, 200 degrees.
All right, so it got up to about 200 when I came back, but really the whole time I was riding, it stayed at about 165.
Yeah.
It didn't even get above that on the freeway. It just from getting off and then sitting in a little bit of traffic, it made it up to the 200. So I'm not sure if this is gonna be very precise or not, but let's see what. So this side of the radiator says it's 142 degrees. This side says 122. And then our upper hose is at 170, 180 or so. And our lower hose, 155. All right, so let's write that down and we'll see. We did good, it's not too hot.
Okay.
My hands aren't burning. And it's not shooting across the shop.
Yeah.
Here it's gonna shoot out more though.
There we go.
So this is actually the inlet to the water pump because the water pump's in the oil pan. We've shown that before.
Okay.
When I had a slew of them that were all bad. I think we had one apart one time.
Yeah.
So, well, I don't know. Actually, I don't know if it's the inlet or the outlet, to tell you the truth. I don't know. I tried to find a diagram that would show me and I couldn't.
Okay.
Some direction the water pump sends coolant through there. Couple little marks. And now we'll cut up our nice Samco hose.
Using one of your fancy tools?
Yeah, this is actually a hose cutter. So it should cut a nice straight cut. But I guess, of course it won't. There we go. So that it doesn't have any rough edges or anything.
Nice.
And we don't have enough clamps with our Samco kit, so we have to reuse these clamps.
Okay.
But it's all right. Hasn't proven to be an issue so far yet. The difference is how smooth the clamp is. If we look at where they at? Clamp from our Samco kit, you see there's no ridges. This has some ridges in it. So it's a lot smoother. So this can't leave an impression in the hose, but that one will. It'll be all right though. There we go. Cool. We did good. Flex that outward a little bit. So this fairing also, remember, blocks a little more. Hopefully we still get. We want this to be in the air as much as possible. All right. Well, we did good. We can put these hose clamps on, and I'll pop it back off and get the other clamps. Kind of two different reds, but it's looking all right, huh?
Yeah, it does look good.
Once we get the belly pan on, it should be okay. But first we gotta install our engine ice coolant. So we got the two big hoses on this side. If you come over to the other side, we have the small return hose and the hose that goes to the overflow tank.
Okay.
Also installed.
Oh yeah.
So we gotta drop the bench down and get the bike next to the bench so we can use our lift pump and get the coolant back in. So I'm gonna open up this and you can see our needles moving. So that is applying a vacuum, and once we get in the green zone, we can close it, and that should sit there and stay right where that needle's at. As long as it doesn't move, that means we don't have any leaks under vacuum. You could still have leaks under pressure, but we'd have nothing under vacuum, so that's good.
Okay.
It's looking good. So then what I'm gonna do is just open this a little bit, and we're gonna fill this line with coolant, and the residual should go down, not into the bike. And then we'll get ready to fill the bike. So we want to get that through here with as few air bubbles as possible. Now we get our vacuum belt back up. Perfect. And now you can see we're right about at this line on our tank here. So when I open this valve up, it should start dropping. And we'll just let it go until it stops.
It's moving. Awesome.
So the reason they have you do it this way usually is because the coolant passages in the engine are super tiny.
Okay.
And that way it fills them with coolant for sure. Because whenever there's an air bubble in a cooling system, the pump can't pump the air and it can't pump past it. So it just creates a lock situation. So you do want to make sure there's no air. I've had guys do it the other way, the traditional way, and it seems to be all right, but this is the way that's recommended by the manufacturer, so that's why we're doing it this way. As always, we're just going to clean our fuel tank off with some rubbing alcohol. That gets rid of any waxes, residues, so we can have the best adhesion possible. And we just warm up our tank and we warm up our protectors. So this helps it form to the tank, and then having the tank the same temperature just helps it stick for a long, long time.
And even with the fairings on the bike, those red hoses and stuff look really nice.
Yeah, our cooler fit really well, even with the belly pan, so that's nice.
Yeah. It's beautiful. Can't see much or anything on the other side.
Yeah, this side.
Yeah. Our beautiful
Pretty
new
much
double R
nothing.
stuff there hides those red hoses down there, but you know, you've got double R's.
All right, so we got both these things up to temp. See if I got enough fingernail to peel off this 3M adhesive backing. There we go.
The small touches.
It was starting to actually get a little scratched up there from
Yeah, I
just
saw
the
that.
break-in miles even. And then our favorite Motul
Wash and
wax spray. All right, so there's your Samco hose install. And we added a little extra feature with our tank pad by Z Technique.
We'll check the temperature when he returns, guys.
Okay, so we got back from the test, or I got back from the test ride for the little experiment here. And on the dash wasn't anything crazy different by the time I made it back. But again, I got stuck in a little line of traffic, and as soon as you slow down, the temp just really starts rising. We were at 196, worked its way up to 202 just like before.
Yeah.
But while I was riding, it really was having trouble breaking 170. It was down at 164, where before it was about 170, 175.
Okay.
So definitely a difference there where the cool air was going over that extra cooler piece.
Sure.
Let's see what our radiator temps are. I got 142 and 127. That's significantly cooler.
Yes, it is. 142 and 127.
And then our upper hose with their cooler piece, 162.5, 160, it's dropping. Oh, then we saw 150. We'll go with 162.
Okay.
And the lower hose, about 150.
Yep.
Take an average of those numbers there. We'll call our bike display 196.
Yep.
So we got cooler temps all around.
Yes.
And I did about the exact same type of riding. I was able to open it up where I could open it up before. I was stuck in traffic where I was stuck in traffic before. So I'd say it's not a foolproof experiment by any means.
Yes.
But, so here's what we got. I mean, the biggest temp difference was at our radiator. We were down 142 and we had 127 on the right side.
Yeah.
And then our upper hose was about the same. Lower hose, 15 degrees cooler. And our display was about 4 degrees cooler.
Yeah.
But biggest thing there, I would say, is the radiator. So maybe it just helps cool the coolant before it gets to the radiator. Let's just double check this number over here. Yeah, 130, 127. So definitely cooler on that run. Again, it's not foolproof by any means, but it does seem like it made a little difference.
It's justifiable.
There's too many variables in our little setup here, but yeah, it's justifiable.
Yeah.
And it looks cool.
It does.
So thanks for coming along on my little experiment journey with me. And I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll catch you next time.
Thank you, Zach. You heard him. After all this hard work that Zach's put into this bike, doing this experiment for us, it is proven that the Samco red hoses and the Performance Technologies engine oil cooler line cooler is cooler.
It's cool, man. So is the engine ice.
Yes, and the engine ice as well.
So yeah, I'll just double check that coolant level, top off if necessary, and we're on to the next project.
You got it. And this is leading up to us offering this motorcycle to one of you outstanding people for viewing the video. Information on how you can win one of our build bikes. This is number 13 that we're going to be giving away in season 11 of the new bike build series. Actually, it's number 14 in season 11 of the new bike build series. Always the first link in all of the descriptions of my videos. All right, folks, thanks so much for viewing. This bike is coming along great. It's looking beautiful. We'll catch you next time on the 650E YouTube channel.